yours. Can you unmute yourself?
There you go. Perfect. You have me muted for a few more seconds, but yeah.
Okay, we can hear you.
All right, perfect.
How you doing, Felipe?
Doing well.
After finishing the instructions, the time will start as soon as you start speaking. But when your 2 minutes are up, I'm gonna go ahead and raise my hand and say time. That way, that should cue you to the time is up.
So you just raise and say time?
Yes, I'll say time and I'll raise my hand.
Perfect.
Whenever you're ready, the time will start.
All right. Good afternoon, familia. My name is Felipe Alba. I'm a sophomore majoring in chemical engineering. I am a part of the outreach and mentorship committee for SHEP. I've been in SHEP for 2 years, where I've been to a variety of events where I've grown professionally, which led me to acquire a fellowship with L'Oreal and have a chance to socially connect with the familia. Today, I am running for the treasurer position. I have technical experience in accounting, and I was a part of a fellowship program for Alliance Bank. I want to take responsibility to take care of the membership log, be accessible to members so they can make payments either in cash or electronically, plan budgets with the e-board and chairs, and deposit donation checks from companies. I'm a team player, so if a situation arises where there's an event that can't happen due to a low budget, I want to find a solution with the e-board and chairs to see what fundraiser or sponsor we can find for the event. Why is a SHEP event important? Well, that's the main reason I'm running for this position, because it can make a difference between you getting a connection, internship, or scholarship. I want to plan ahead with the rest of the e-board so we can have the budgets ready for the upcoming year. The next item on my agenda is to try to increase the number of sponsorships for the national conference and RLDC. On top of that, I want to give transparency to the e-board to see where we're at with the budget and what events are going on during the year so we can keep on track and achieve success year round. Lastly, I can support the e-board in general due to my past leadership positions and experience with other organizations where I dealt with conflict and prioritized communication, because it is key to success and also teamwork. Thank you for your vote, and I am excited to serve you.
Awesome. Thank you, Felipe. You're right on time. 20 seconds left.
Appreciate it.
Andres, ready? Who wants to answer the first or say the first question?
Yep. Love the energy of the speech. My question is, if you are to prioritize the 5 pillars of SHEP into which one you'll fund the most and which one you'll fund the less, how would you do so?
I say leadership will be the most important, because you have to understand that if you can't lead, communicate, and have teamwork during your organization, how are you going to plan ahead to what you see year round in this position, and what can you do in a situation that can surprise you later on? And you just have to be ready. And the one for least has to be the community, I guess, where I do prioritize it, but I want to prioritize the SHEP members first to get their experience, and then they can help the community after that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hola, Felipe. Really good job on your speech. I love the energy and the enthusiasm. So I did see that you wrote what your vision is in your speech, or not the speech, but the PDF.
Yes.
So thank you for that. That's something that I've been asking all night. But specifically, you did mention that you were planning on increasing sponsorships.
Yeah.
So aside from fundraisers, what are some of your ideas in order to get more sponsorships?
Yes, so where I put in the vision, I do want to increase, but I want to make sure, looking back at the numbers, of what number we actually had from the previous year on how many people we did sponsor. And then from there, we have to think logically on how many more we can increase from that for the coming up year. And the idea to increase, depending on the number that we can increase from, will depend on communicating again in my vision and the PDF, where either the VPE to get a fund, to get a sponsor from a company to donate to SHEP, and just to get that, because my main priority is just to try to find the money, but not to collect the money from either the company or the fundraiser. I just have to manage it to the best of my ability and see where the problem's at. So that's how I want to take it for the
Okay,
vision,
thank
and
you.
how do I want to increase the goal that I want to do.
Thank you.
Awesome, Felipe. Okay, for the last question, by the way, I love the energy in your speech.
Appreciate it. Practice makes perfection.
As the big responsibility as a treasurer, you have to see your big expenses for the year. For example, events like National Conference and RLDC. What system will you have in your end to make sure you have a strong budget for your term as a treasurer?
Yes, that for sure. So it all depends, again, previously on what I mentioned in my speech and how I want to do it. So organization is going to be key. And that organization from the previous years and the budget that I want to connect when I speak to the team on the e-board and chair side. Then after that, we have to then communicate with the chapter representative, because they're the ones trying to book the hotel, and make sure that their budget is on point for the SHEP convention. And it definitely, you know, we got to make sure it's in the Excel and all the others, apps that we can use to make sure that it's tracked well. Organization is key, communication is key, but definitely if we just plan ahead, everything should be fine. But if a situation does arise, I have to be prepared for it and see what we can do, as previously stated in my speech.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you, Felipe.
Yeah, no problem, Imar.
All right, we'll get this breakout room situated. Take us a bit of time.
All right.
We'll have it situated right now. Give me 1 second.